Once upon a time, we used to listen to each other. Our pain, our joy, our fears, our hopes, and most importantly, our dreams. But somewhere along the way, we got lost, and we forgot how to listen. But don't you worry. These stories will have an impact that will help guide you back. Because this is the Rayless Reverie. Ivan Ivanich Lapkin, a pleasant-looking young man, and Anna Zemblisky, a young girl with a little snub nose, walked down the sloping bank and sat down on the bench. The bench was close to the water's edge, among thick bushes of young willow, a heavenly spot. You sat down and you were hidden from the world. Only the fish could see you, and the catspaws which flashed over the water like lightning. The two young persons were equipped with rods, fish hooks, bags, tins of worms, and everything else necessary. Once seated, they immediately began to fish. "I am glad that we're left alone at last," said Lampkin, looking round. "I've got a lot to tell you, Anna. Tremendous. When I saw you for the first time, you've got a nibble. I understood then why I am alive. I knew where my idol was, to whom I can devote my honest, hard-working life. It must be a big one." "It is biting. When I saw you for the first time in my life, I fell in love passionately. Don't pull. Let it go on biting. Tell me, darling, tell me, will you let me hope? No, I'm not worth it. I dare not think of it. Maybe I hope for... Pull!" Anna lifted her hand that held the rod, pulled, cried out. A silvery green fish shone in the air. "Goodness, it's a perch. Help, quick, it's slipping off." The perch tore itself from the hook, danced in the grass toward its native element, and leaped into the water. But instead of the little fish that he was chasing, Lapkin, quite by accident, caught a hold of Anna's hand. Quite by accident, pressed it to his lips. She drew back, but it was too late. Quite by accident, their lips met and kissed. Yet, it was an absolute accident. They kissed and kissed. Then came vows and assurances, blissful moments. But there is no such thing as absolute happiness in this life. If happiness itself does not contain a poison, poison will enter in from without, which happened this time. Suddenly, while the two were kissing, a laugh was heard. They looked at the river and were paralyzed. The schoolboy Kolya, Anna's brother, was standing in the water, watching the young people and maliciously laughing. "Aha! Kissing," said he. "Righto, I'll tell mother." "I hope that you, as a man of honor," Lampkin muttered, blushing. "It's disgusting to spy on us. It's loathsome to tell tales. It's rotten. As a man of honor, give me a shilling, then I'll shut up." The man of honor retorted, "If you don't, I'll tell." Lampkin took a shilling out of his pocket and gave it to Kolya, who squeezed it in his wet fist, whistled, and swam away, and the young people did not kiss any more just then. Next day, Lampkin brought Kolya some paints and a ball from town, and his sister gave him all her empty pill boxes. Then they had to present him with a set of studs like dogs' heads. The wretched boy enjoyed this game immensely, and to keep it going, he began to spy on them. Wherever Lampkin and Anna went, he was there too. He did not leave them alone for a single moment. "Beast!" Lampkin gnashed his teeth. So young and yet such a full-fledged scoundrel. What on earth will become of him later? During the whole of July, the poor lovers had no life apart from him. He threatened to tell on them. He dogged them and demanded more presents. Nothing satisfied him. Finally, he hinted at a gold watch. All right, they had to promise the watch. Once at the table, when biscuits were being handed round, he burst out laughing and said to Lampkin, "Shall I let on?" "Aha!" Lampkin blushed fearfully, and instead of a biscuit, he began to chew his table napkin. Anna jumped up from the table and rushed out of the room. And this state of things went on until the end of August, up to the day when Lampkin at last proposed to Anna. Ah, what a happy day that was! When he had spoken to her parents and obtained their consent, Lampkin rushed into the garden after Kolya. When he found him, he nearly cried for joy and caught hold of the wretched boy by his ear. Anna, who was also looking for Kolya, came running up and grabbed him by the other ear. You should have seen the happiness depicted on their faces while Kolya roared and begged them. "Darling, precious pets, I won't do it again. Forgive me." And both of them confessed afterwards that during all the time they were in love with each other, they never experienced such happiness, such overwhelming joy as during those moments when they pulled the wretched boy's ears.